Hopefully you can see me. Oh, I can't see me. There we go. Let's take a big breath in and reach it up, side to side. 3, 6. So we're finishing up week 2. And let's reverse direction. 3, 4. Hopefully you get to know the moves and you're doing them. Hands to shoulders. Get more confident, get more comfortable, feel a little bit stronger. 6. And then let's punch our arms out, make our tiny little circles forward, keeping those shoulder blades pinched together. So next week and the week after, we'll push a little harder. This week we might expand a little bit, but we're not going to push too hard. Find your groove, find your weights. Let's flip your hands back. Get the patterns. Make sure you know what you're doing. And next week we push. And the week after we push. And then we come back for something totally different. Let's turn our arms in the socket. 4. Nice. And let your arms start to go forwards and back as you're doing that. Excuse me. And swing your arms. 4, 6. How many of us got the purple memo today? Here we go. Okay. Shimmy your shoulders one at a time. Just check in with how your back, shoulder, chest, everything connected is feeling. And forward. Okay, take it down to the hips. We'll pop it out side to side. And hula hoops. Nice big circles, as big as you can. Good. And reverse. 3, 4. And let's do a couple of figure eights each direction. Down to the knees, circle it out. So when we're checking in with our body, if you're feeling good, maybe you want to push a little bit more. And then there are always days for every single one of us where you wake up and you're like, what the hell am I doing? You showed up. Okay, do what you can, stick with it as long as you can, and stay consistent. You might lift lighter, you might lift less, you might do fewer sets some days. Not today. Today we're all here. We're all feeling good, I hope. But checking in with your body, there are times when you get older, your body just says, I'm not going to do that today. So listen to your body, do what you can. And this warm-up is just designed to help you figure out, can my ankles handle this? Are my hips feeling okay? Can my shoulder, maybe I can, my shoulder's feeling great. I can try to lift a little bit more. My tennis elbow is feeling better. Or no, my tennis elbow is flaring up. So it's not to focus on what's not feeling good. It's to get a sense of how your body is functioning so you can scale your workout to however you're feeling that day. Because scaling your workout, even when you're not feeling great, doing things body weight is better than not doing anything at all. Okay, let's come to the middle. So toes turned out, knees going same direction as the toes. We are going to squat. And we're going to hang out in this little squat for a while. And I want you to pay attention to what your feet are feeling. So are you pushing forward like you're going to fall forward on your face and all the weight's on your toes? Or are you sitting back and all the weight's on your heels? Just notice. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you to notice it. Or are you feeling kind of centered where you can feel the ball of your big toe and little toe in your heel and all the way to centered over your foot? And then see if you can find that center on your foot and sink down just a little bit more and a little bit more. And everybody's going off the screen. Down, down, down. There we go. Good. And then shift side to side. Hands on knees, come up just a little bit. Woo, that feels good. And let's do our shoulder drops. Let's stretch out our back muscles. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, and roll it up. Let's hug one knee into your chest and then the other. And let's turn those into butt kicks. Stretch out your quads. 13, 14. Let's do 2 more each side. Okay. So bring your feet back under your hips. Let's prance it out. Let's wake your ankles up. Good. Seeing everybody going up and down instead of side to side. Good. And let's see if you can find your balance on one foot or hold on to something. Straight leg, point your toe down, ankle wiggles. So try to keep your upper leg still. All the movement coming just from your ankle going side to side. Strengthen those muscles. Good. Now switch sides. Whoop. So again, notice where your foot is, where the weight is on your foot. To stay balanced, you have to be over your whole foot. If you're on your toes, you're going to pitch forward. If on your heels, you're going to wobble backwards. See if you can use throughout this workout, because it's not a lot of heavy weights today, although a lot of it's on the floor. But what we're doing in this next set, when we're standing, notice if you can find that tripod on your foot. And we're going to carry this through every workout. I'm going to keep reminding you. Okay, so let's grab our mini loop bands to put around our ankles. And we'll start with that. Everybody got their bands on? Sorry, my tights keep sliding down. Goal, find fitness tights that don't slide, bench, bunch, roll, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna come into a little squat. And notice when you bend your knees, you are centered over your feet. You're feeling your tripod. And when you hinge back, you're engaging your glutes, right? So if you're pushing forward and not engaging your glutes, you're gonna feel it in your knees and you're gonna be on your toes. Rock back just a little bit, find that center in your foot, sink down into that squat, and let's take 10 steps down, 10 steps back, and we'll start doing our countdown side steps. You're leading with your hip, your toes and your knees are staying forward. And from the side, it looks like this. It's not a big squat, but everything is coming from your hip muscles. So 8 down, 8 back. Good. Okay, going for 6. If you stick with me long enough, you'll see I like to do countdown workouts. They get really hard, you get really tired, but somehow those shorter reps go really fast. 4, 2, make sure you're feeling it in the butt, not in their thighs. And I know how to count. Side to side. When you're done, you're done. Okay, let's, for grins, while we've got the band out, just slide your heel out and let the band wrap around your foot. And we're gonna march. Let's go to about somewhere between 12 and 16 steps. Okay, let's take the band off and put it away. Grab a heavy weight or a heavy pair of weights. Dumbbells are additive as long as your hand is comfortable holding 2 weights at the same time. So we're going to do our penguin or suitcase walk. So you've got this heavy suitcase, you're holding it in one arm. That's what the weights represent. But we're going to walk like a penguin. And so the weights are going to try to pull you like this. It's normal, you see people walking like this. I want you to come to center. You got a straight line coming through you. Roll your shoulders back and down. Engage your abs. Pull your ribs down so your ribs sit right over your pelvis. Let the weight pull you on this side, but you're resisting it, staying nice and strong. And we're going to do a penguin march for 30 seconds. So straight leg, flex the ankle. You have 1 minute of feeling silly walking like a penguin. It's a little hip hike up, a little bit of side to side movement, but see if you can pull your hip up as you're doing this. So you're strengthening the obliques. And switch sides. Okay, boy, 2 weights feels different right to left. Even personal trainers have to pay attention to right and left. 30 seconds here. Up, pull up. Oops. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Weights down. We're moving on to side bend and upper body rolling. So at the wall, you can see I have so many walls available to me. You can do it at an angle here. You want your arm shoulder height, and you're going to press your hand into the wall. Straight arm. You're going to take one arm up. The distance between your bicep and your ear is never going to change, so I'm not hugging. I'm not cranking my neck. Your neck is going to stay neutral. We're going to pop that hip out, create length through your spine, and bend over. So think about inhaling as you go over, getting that stretch in your side, exhaling using your obliques to come back to standing. You can go for 8. Lift, 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 and reach. Make yourself taller. 7 and 8. Good job. Let's turn around and do side 2. So pressing into the wall, pressing up to the ceiling, creating a little bit of tension there, lifting up through your spine, side bending over, and coming back up. Let's see what I can see of you guys. Beautiful. Try to keep your arm against the wall nice and straight, locked out so it's not moving or bending or sliding on the wall. Good. Then shake your arms out. We're going to come down onto the floor and do some upper body rolling. So Tuesday is let's do shoulder stability. This is let's just let the thoracic spine move. So it's a little early in the workout to collapse on the floor. But as you're laying here, notice what your ribs are doing. Mine are popped up. So I'm guessing maybe some of you have ribs popped up too, meaning you can get your hand underneath, not just your low back, but part of your upper back. You can feel your ribs up. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale with a big sigh. And let those ribs come down. One more time. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale. And get the rib cage secure on the floor. We're not going to stay here very long, but it's the right position to start in. So arms out in a T. We're going to inhale. Take one arm across and reach. So you're pulling this other arm up to the shoulder. And you're going to see if you can do this without really using your feet. Use your abs and use your upper body muscles. We're going first 8 on each side. 3. Last week we did 5, so we're just upping it a little bit more. And if you're having trouble getting over here, you can push into your foot just a little bit, but get used to the feeling, figure out what muscles need to use, and make it happen. Because this feels so good when you do it, when you get it, to have that movement in your back. Okay, let's go to the other side. I'm going to flip around. Oh, good. I can see a couple of people on the floor. Good. Normally people drop on the floor and they're out of camera range. Just enjoy what it feels like to get that stretch. We don't often do this in real life. We should. I guess this is real life. You are doing this in real life. Okay, so we're going to come up to standing because life is getting up off the floor, getting back down on the floor, up, down, up, down. That's what this workout is. We're going to get up, do a little bit of balance work, and then we're going to come back down on the floor and do our strength work. So we had done single leg kickstand at the wall. I just have a really awkward setup for that. If you want to use the wall, because I think the wall gives you a really good reference for being able to pressure into the floor, pressure into the wall behind you and give you stability. A-okay. I could use the refrigerator for that. It's just this position, right? One foot pushing into the wall, one foot pushing into the floor. If you want to do that, I think it's great. I don't have that option. So Tuesday we did a kickstand just for a variation. If you want, you can stay in this kickstand. We're going to sink down and work one leg at a time. Let's do that. So hardly any weight on the back leg. That's your balance leg. Your front leg, if you look down, your knee should be right over the middle of your foot. And we're going to take that weight and swing it forwards and back. So Tuesday was side to side. Thursday is forward and back and switching hands. So keep your weight settled into your hip. Holding your balance while the weight is moving around you is a big deal. Standing on one leg tells you you can balance when nothing else is moving, but we get into trouble when things start to move. We have 10 more seconds. My leg is getting tired. 3, 2, and 1. And I'm just telling you that because if you're getting tired, you're not the only one. Okay. And everybody's on mute, so nobody can hear anyone else complain. So let's settle into side 2. So hip back, you should really be feeling this in the glute. Look down, knee is over the middle of your foot, and 30 seconds here. Let's go. Whoop. Find your tripod, keep your weight centered. Dynamic balance is the name of the game. Good. Should be feeling us in the hips. 10 seconds. And rest. So grab a weight to come down to do hip hurdles. What else are we doing? We're doing a banded row, we're doing pec flies, and we're doing the front foot elevated split squat. So bring your band and have the weights available for doing your pec fly where we reach out to the sides on the floor. Okay. Hip hurdles. You see what I can see. Everybody show me one without anything. So legs stick straight out, toes are up to the ceiling. Can you lift your leg up off the floor while you are, whoops, we're from a seated position. There you go. Can you lift one leg up off the floor without leaning way back? Good. Okay. So if you can do that, we're going to add a prop to go up and over. And your prop can be flat on the floor, or your prop could be like this. Everybody's going to be a little different. Okay. So try to sit up nice and tall. Flex your toes up to the ceiling. It's like you're pressing your knees down, lifting your quads up. We're going to take one leg up and over. 2, going for 10, 3, 4, 5. So pressing forward, it feels like you're engaging your abs a little bit more. 7, 8. If your quad cramps up, you're doing it right. Shake your legs out. When you get to 10, just bend those knees, let them relax, and we'll come to side 2 for 10. 8, 7. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. So let's find our heavier weights, if you're using heavier weights. And let's do our pec fly. So you're gonna have the weight on either side of you. Seeing everybody's getting set up. We're gonna roll it down carefully. Take the weight up to your shoulders. And then post up to the ceiling. Check in with your back, that your back is stable. Your back is not going to move. If your back is doing this, don't let it. Keep it pressed into the floor. And we're going to come out for a fly for 10 to 12 repetitions. Six. So remember, this is like hugging a beach ball. Your arms do not need to stay straight. You can just let your upper arm or your elbow touch the floor and you're good. If you're on a bench, the weights never ever leave your peripheral vision. And when you've done 10 to 12, we're going to come up to sitting. We're going to grab a band. I've got my longer band here. I think I left a bunch of stuff here before the holidays. I'm finding it again. We're going to do that row with the rotation. So a little bit of resistance, as much rotation as you can muster. Okay. So, we all on the floor? Yeah. The band is around your feet, obviously. You're going to anchor it to your calf. And from here, you're going to wrap your hand around the band. Sit up nice and tall so you're right on your sit bones and your spine is straight. We're going to inhale and rotate and turn over your shoulder. And let's go two more. So Tuesday we got the big muscles with the one arm row going heavy. This is doing more for the little muscles, the stabilizers, the ones that hold your spine safe while you try to rotate. So training those is super important so nobody reaches into the back seat and throws their back out. This is your training. Here we go. Arm out to the side, elbow can stay bent, and pull. If you don't train it, that's when you get hurt. Okay. Good. So let's come up to standing. And there won't be any quiz. By week 4, we're not going to be doing this without using our hands. So however you can get up to standing, come up to standing. If you want to challenge yourself to do it without your hands, go for it. This is my fancy step. I'm staying on the bottom step. And I'm going to use a weight. And I've got something to help with balance. So we're going to have one foot up. Make sure everybody's all set up. I know some of you are going to your own stairs, so that's okay. This isn't too different from going to the stair. They're going to have one foot up. Weight is opposite the front leg, so my right foot's up, my left arm is holding the weight, and we're going to sink it down. And what I'd like is see if you can get your knee down a little bit lower than your heel in front. So as we go through these circuits, we'll play with where the weight is. Right now it's encouraging internal rotation, opposite hand and front knee, switch sides. And drop. Take a little break, grab some water, put your step in a safe spot. Do some butt kicks. And I'll meet you back down on the floor when you're ready. Actually, a reverse Nordic is a nice big stretch, but it's also a lot of work. So we'll get going in about 20 seconds with our hip hurdles. So with those hip hurdles, if you're way back here, what we're doing is building hip flexor strength. Think about hiking, thinking about taking big giant steps up over boulders. Having the strength to do that depends on having strong hip flexors. We also get really tight there. That's 20 seconds. So it's actually a really fine distinction to understand if what you might be feeling in your hips, if you're feeling anything, is let's go for 10 to 12, up and over, because your hip flexors are weak, or because they're just really tight from postural reasons. Good. And then just go right to the other side. So if you're leaning back, your goal is, if you're back here, your goal is to get more upright. If you're upright, your goal is to lift a little higher. And when you can lift a little higher, the goal is to be able to move both legs at the same time. But we're not there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't think I ever was there without being able to go woo, rolling all the way back, which is it's kind of cheating. Okay, let's come down on the floor and do our flies. Everybody got their weights. Back is settled into the floor. Arms come out to the side. And imagine you're giving the tightest hug to someone you love. Make those chest muscles do the work. Don't just lift with your arms. Puts a lot of strain on your rotator cuff. Get used to using your chest and your back muscles to move your arms. You don't have to always think about it. Just get used to it. The more those little muscles around your shoulder can rely on the bigger muscles in your upper body, the more harmoniously everything works. Okay, we've got the bands. I'm going to try to remember next time to show you how to make it. If your weights are limited and it's really light and it feels really easy and you don't know how to make it harder, third set, we'll use bands. And I'll show you. I keep forgetting to, I write it down. I tell myself I have notes and I forget. So I apologize, but I'll show you how to increase your challenge with lighter weights using a band. For now, we're not using any weights. We're just using the band. The more tension you put on the band, the harder it is. The more slack you give yourself, the easier it is. There's no precision to this. We're going for one big pull to the side, look over your shoulder, get your torso rotating. We're doing about 10. Don't make it so tight you can't get any rotation out of it, but give yourself enough that you can feel it. It's okay to play around. You don't have to lock yourself into one hand position. Adjust as you need to. Good job. Okay, up off the floor. Okay, I saw a message, but there wasn't. Find your step. Okay, so we're gonna try the weight on the outside of the front leg. Last round we were on the inside with opposite hand holding. This time we're gonna be on the outside, same side front leg. Let's come into position. Okay, the step stool is not so comfortable with the barefoot, but that's life. Here we go. Think about sinking straight down and up and down and up. And if you need to hold on for balance, that's okay. You're still building strength. And when you get to 10 to 12 or whatever your number is today, we're going to switch sides, switch hands, and sink it down. Shake your legs out. We'll take about a minute before we ask your legs to work again. Grab a drink. Maybe do a quad stretch. See if you can pull your knee back. Doesn't have to be too high. And pull your knee that you're stretching, the leg you're stretching behind the knee of the standing leg. And hold yourself up tall. So you're getting the hip flexors too. Here you go. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. So see if, play around with this. You've been back here. See if you can come up a little higher. If you've been here, see if you can use your knuckles and prop yourself up. You get a little bit more stretch on your legs as you do that. And if you are already up, see if you can hold yourself up using your core, using your arms like a counterbalance. Find your position and let's go. I'm glad this is the last set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oop. Get a cramp, shake it out. If it doesn't go away, it's okay. We're in the last set. You do you. You do what you can do. If you're tired, you're tired. 6. This is your third set. You deserve to be tired. I know we're all going to have strong quads. Okay, grab your weights. Coming down for our last set of pec flies. You want a preview of next week? We're going to do a little pulse at the bottom. You want to see what that looks like? It looks like this. We're going to start up here, nice strong post. Back settled on the floor, you're going to come down. Little pulse at the bottom, and then come all the way up. Okay, let's do 10 of them. If you're doing the pulse, you may get to 6 or 8. Your choice, your options, your workout, your body, your shoulders. This is just a suggestion. If you're doing that pulse, I know you're going to say, I feel it across my chest more. This is what's coming next week. Beautiful. Okay. Coming up, our twisted row, rotated row. It's not a twisted row. You can absolutely bend your knees and sit up on your tailbone if that makes it easier, because sitting out like this, we've done a lot like this. You're engaging your quads. If it feels better to stretch them a little bit with your knees bent, that's fine. We're not in yoga. Not everything needs to stretch all the time. Here we go. And let's pull out to the side. Make these nice big pulls. With my left arm going, I always feel like I'm looking over into the back seat, trying to get my arm around a car seat. Nice. And then let's switch to side two. And notice if one side feels easier or harder. And hold that thought. Remember which one feels harder. 8, 10. Because just for grins, whichever side was harder, we're going to do 5 more on that side. Okay. So sitting up tall, arm slightly bent, and rotate. 2, 3, only 5. Get a little bit more practice moving in that direction. Front foot elevated split squat, last one. Up to standing. You know, we have the Turkish Get Up next. Trust me, we're not going to have to do a Turkish Get Up to get up to standing. To do another exercise, that is. Grab a weight. You choose if one felt better than the other, or you can split it half and half, whichever side you want to have the weight on. Just see what feels better to you. What feels like you need it more, you might feel that way. Or what just feels more comfortable. Yeah, this is your workout. I'm not next to you, correcting you, positioning you, moving you. Do what feels right to you and stay safe. 5, I'm gonna switch halfway. Nice. See if you can get that back knee lower than your heel. There you go. That's why it's called a deficit split squat or deficit lunge. You're trying to drop lower than the front leg. Okay, side 2. 2. Good work. Oh, shake those legs out. We're gonna give them a little break. Grab a drink. I need a drink, so you can all grab a drink. Now we're going to work on the get up. So last week we did half a get up. We're going to work on it again today. And we'll build on it. We did 3 on a side last time. We'll do, let's do 5 on a side this time. I'm going to use a weight. So when your arm is in that post up to the ceiling and you're rolling to get up to standing, your arm is always up to the ceiling, whatever position you're in. Confusing? Maybe. But if you're starting like this and coming to standing, when I'm standing, the weight's not like this. The goal is you don't want this weight wobbling around all over the place. You want to have a nice strong shoulder, so you have shoulder stability. Left arm, left leg are out 45 degrees. Right arm is up like a post. Take a big breath in. Exhale, roll up onto your elbow. Roll up onto your hand. And roll up into a half bridge. That's not really rolling, it's lifting. Lower, come down to your elbow, and then roll yourself controlled down. Okay, so did you notice your weight was moving? It's going to change how everything feels. We've got 4 more like that. So inhale, exhale, let's roll. You can definitely look up and keep an eye on that weight. You don't want it falling on you. Push into your foot, lift that hip, bring it back down, elbow down, roll it down gently. Be kind to your back. 3, here we go. Inhale, exhale, roll it up onto your hand, up into your bridge. Down to your elbow and roll it down gently. Okay, don't let your elbow bend. 4, coming up. I'm watching what I can see. Onto your hand, up into your half bridge. Beautiful. Bring it down, bring it down. If this isn't working for you, take it as far as you can. Last one on this side. And note to self, we always start with our stronger side. So be prepared. Side 2 might feel a little different. And roll it down. This is full body exercise. It's not just core. Okay. Side 2. Arm is a post. Right arm and leg are out 45 degrees. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll onto that elbow. Roll onto your hand. Lift that hip up as high as you can and bring it down. Good. And come down to your elbow. So for that lift, make sure your foot isn't right next to your butt on that bent leg. Stretch it out a little farther, and I think you'll be able to push into your foot a little bit more. So we're going to roll up and up. Press into your foot. Get a nice big lift. Yeah. Carla, move your left foot forward. There you go. Now try. Much bigger. There you go. Down and down. 3. We're going up, up, up. There's a nice symmetry to this one. 3 moves for number 3. Beautiful. You guys are getting it. I went down and down. 4, up, 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 down. If I'm going too fast, go at your own pace. If I'm going too slow, go at your own pace. I'm going to wait for everybody to be done, which means I'm going to see smiling faces at me when I look after this move. Okay. Go at your own pace. Everybody done? Everybody snarling at me? Okay. Carla's just collapsed. Okay, you can collapse on the floor. We are going to do a shoulder finisher and then stretch. So grab some light to medium weights, whatever you want to use for your shoulders. We've done a lot of stability. Let's finish with some strength. Okay, one dumbbell each hand. Okay. You're going to start with your the outside of the back of your hand facing out. 8 upright rows. 6, 7, 8. Okay. 8 lateral raises. 6, 7, 8. Hands down. 8 upright or front rows. It's not a row, it's front raise. There we go. You can tell it's the end of the workout. Okay, and then we're going to hinge over. We've been doing this all morning. Hinge over. Don't stay up here. I want you bent over with your hips holding you. 8 rear delt flies. 2. Spreading your wings. Good. Beautiful. 6. And coming up, last move. Your shoulders should be tired. 8 overhead presses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And weights down. Nice work. Okay, let's just do some backstroke arms. Let everything go. Or swing your arms. Just let all the tension go. Let the blood move. You're holding your back tight.